All right, round one, we have the choice. We'll play first. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, this is good. Now the question, do we do the Shrine or the Borderland Marauder first? It's actually a legitimate question. I guess we probably do the Shrine first, since all future burn spells will take it to a brand new level. But Borderland Marauder at the same time gets pretty worthless any turn after turn 2. Whereas Shrine, it's debatable. I mean, I think it's one of those Marauder's going to be better if I play it on turn 2 and my opponent can't block it for one turn. And Shrine's going to be just probably. I think Shrine's probably going to be better in more spots on turn 2 than Marauder is, so probably the Shrine on turn 2. I mean, it also helps that just playing Marauder after I play the Shrine at least still boosts it up. Having a couple white spells in the opener is a little bit awkward, but we have 5 sources of white, so I'm fairly confident we'll see it in the top, you'd like to believe top next 5 cards or something like that. 5 sources of white in a 40 card deck. Seems fairly likely I would see it. All right, opponent is with us. So we go land go. Yeah, I think we're doing Shrine first. Let me see what my opponent plays though. Blue? Oh, there's our white source. Oh, I gotta tell you, I really want that. I want that Marauder. I'm gonna go Shrine. It's just a little too good to pass up. See what we're up against. Because now it's like my Marauder, even if it gets countered, is still putting a counter on my Shrine of Burning Rage, which is pretty nice. So now we'll go Marauder. Excuse me. Get our trigger. And it resolved. All right. We shall F6. Guess I'm letting him know I don't have a 1-mana burn spell, but it's all right. All right, so we took care of our Shrine. No, I go for the Marauder. I'm pretty curious about that. We'll see if that comes back to bite him, but he does need to protect himself either way. So now we pass. I imagine this is a pretty big control deck, so in that case, I do think that Curse Scroll is better in these matches. Like if I had a Curse Scroll out now, I don't have to worry about counter spells anymore. Shrine is going to be very good in this match too, though, since now I can always bust it in response if he's trying to. I mean, he can always into the Royal It, I guess, so I do have to be conscious of that. Jace, I do not care about. I'm not going to burn Jace. All right, separate some piles here. I think we'll give him Shackles and a land since none of our creatures are super relevant. Wait, which one did he pick? Give me some info. Wait, which one did he take? Where's the little... How do I bring up the... I should probably know this. Is it this thing? Yeah, okay. Shackles. So he took the Shackles. Interesting. All right. So now we just charm our opponent. Shrine goes up. No redirect. Put a counter on there. Draw. Kiln Fiend's good. I'm pretty tempted to just use... Okay. Basically, I want to use Kiln Fiend. I kind of want to get rid of his Jace. But the only way to do that is a bit dangerous because then I can't crack my Shrine if I have to. But I am tempted to Arc Trail 1 to my Kiln Fiend, 2 to him, redirect to Jace to get rid of Jace. But I think I'm actually going to leave it. I'd rather just be able to guarantee... Like, basically, I have to hit my Shrine, I think, to really win this game. So let's just threaten with a Kiln Fiend and see what he's got. He could have, like, a Master of Waves, which would be pretty nasty, but... Yeah, Shackles... I mean, I guess I did just give it to him, but I don't really care. So he's got 4 islands, so now that he's done all that, we just pop him, and he can't even steal our guy. Wait, no, I guess he can. Less than or equal to. Yeah, I think he's successful here. Still gets a Jace activation. Alright, he wants his Jace to stick around. Helix him. Another counter on the Shrine. No redirect. Untap. Put another counter on there. Draw. How many spells would he have to cast to kill me? I'm at 23. It'd be quite a few. But I was thinking I could Arc Trail. I think we probably just... If I take him to 11... I feel like I just Kiln Fiend, deal 1 to him. And you might be wondering why, but any burn spell is going to kill him anyway, so why not just get the thing off the board? Like, I guess not any, but most. Like, basically, he has to pop our Shrine of Burning Rage, too, which is nice. He has to deal with it. Because, I mean, we've got some major inevitability going on with this Shrine of Burning Rage, regardless of whether we draw lands or not. Guess Jace. I don't see how Temple and Mindstone benefit him that much. Mindstone lets him get an extra card to look at, but I mean, technically, yeah, I'd say Jace is probably the best since Jace can replace his old Jace with new legendary rule. So yes, I believe that was the correct split. Take a look at his decision. He took the Mind Stone and land, interestingly. I would have probably taken the Jace since he could start fate sealing me and leave lands on top of my deck or ditch burns. And that feels like that probably isn't good enough though, honestly, I guess not with the Shrine, which I still do not have to pop. Right. So he is making us pop off our Shrine early, but that's all right. So now at least we just have to draw a burn spell, and although I guess I'm going to be kicking myself if I draw just a 2-mana burn, which we do have a significant amount of, like 3. But no, we got the right one. Alright, so we got game 1, playing against blue-white control. God, Vortex, super important in this match. He does have bounce, which means Shrine must always be kept open. I kind of want the Avalanche Riders in this match since land seems very important to him. I almost want to do Port as well, but I think Port's asking a little bit too much. I do think Riders is fine though. Even Ash Cloud Phoenix is nice if I can resolve it, but I feel like I don't need the Arc Trail for the most part. I likely don't need the Arc Trail. Do we have too many 4-drops now? Probably not. Slagstorm seems like it's probably unnecessary, but then again, I don't really have anything to upgrade it with, like a War Driver, but no, I think Slagstorm's probably fine. I didn't get a Skullcrack, which would have been nice, but we did get the Vortex, so no complaints here. I don't have any Artifact Destruction. Seems like Smash to Smithereens would have been decent. I guess we can run it like this. Alright. Unfortunately, that's an awkward one. No red source, and I think we better... I have 11 sources of red. I could actually keep this, but it seems dangerous. But it's a very good distribution. 11 sources of red. Let me think about that. So, yeah, I think there's enough draws where this hand's really good. So I'm going to keep. But yes, we don't have a red source, which makes it dangerous. But I still think 11 sources seems like enough to keep. Shrine makes this hand infinitely better. But I mean, obviously we're going to need a mountain to win. But like I said, 11 sources is an adequate amount. Augur. What do we find, sir? Nothing? We got a miss? That I like. Get the Shrine out there. My opponent knows that I'm in some trouble after that turn. Double white source. Wall of Omens. Alright. Kiln Fiend doesn't care too much about Wall of Omens, which is nice. Come on, Mountain. Oh no. Well, not quite what I wanted. Now if we get a red source, though, we're at least in Avalanche Rider territory, which feels like it's going to be pretty important in this spot. This hand was still a keep. I don't care what anyone says. 11 sources of a resource you're looking for is more than enough in a 40 card deck. So keep that in mind. All right, targeting me. So he's going to get rid of my mountain that I just drew. Maybe I'll draw another one. Slap him in the face. Oh, non-land card. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm not worried about anything. He could literally take nothing from my hand that I care about. Because I think I'm just going to do Riders regardless. So I think Riders is his best bet. In which case, I probably just play Seal of Fire to take out his click so I don't get beat down by it. Otherwise, I slam an Avalanche Rider and dump that Tundra. Yeah, so as expected, took care of the thing that destroys his land. So now we play Seal of Fire and pass. And I am going to nuke a Vendilion click with that. The reason I'm not doing it now is I can't think of anything that would be a pump spell, and I'd rather just wait in case there's something I need to more imminently kill with Seal of Fire. But he did get rid of the Avalanche Riders, which makes me feel pretty good. And we just have a ridiculous amount of burn at this point. Like, definitely have lethal in hand. We are very far behind now. Our opponent should not be at 20. Take our 1. I can't F6 either because I have to protect my Shrine of Burning Rage. If he were to destroy it in some way, I have to blow it up in response. So, cannot F6. No play is very nice. He doesn't have double blue open, which kind of makes me want to burn now, but I don't think we do the Kiln Fiend. Let's just not get on that plan. So I can Charm plus Searing Spear, ticks this up to 6, ticks him down to 13. I guess it's best to do that at the end of his turn. I just said I didn't want to leave up counter magic, but I also have to leave up Shrine. Leaving up Shrine to me is very important, so... I mean, I can play the Kiln Fiend, and then at least it's like... But he can always just block it. And I have to play something on my turn to pump it, so... I don't like it as much. I think we just focus on the burn in hand, and we're good. Let's resolve our Boros Charm. Now I leave up the Shrine. So, Searing Spear at the end of his turn takes him to 13. It takes that up to 6 or 7 on my turn. So, I think we're right at the point of lethal, to be honest. We're definitely hovering there. If he has Into the Royal, then burning him at end of turn is going to be dangerous. I have to keep that in mind too. But I haven't seen the Into the Royal yet, so I'm not sure if I want to... oh, that's fine. Basically, all that means is I have to always leave up 3 mana. Okay. If he's going to let it keep ticking up, I don't have a problem with that. So we're up to 6 lands now. So we'll pass. He's got to blow it up. You have to. Is he just going to let me keep ticking it up? He should have done it at the end of his turn. All right. I'm kind of curious why he's... I'm definitely curious why he's sitting on it. Because that doesn't make much sense to me. Geist Saint Draft does not matter. I can erase that. Is he really just going to let me put another tick on it and burn him? He is. You are. You're letting me. Am I missing something? Does he have like a misdirect or something? Is he going to like make it go back in my face? I don't think so. All right, so now we blow it up. All right, so he's down to 2. Pretty much has to kill me or gain life this turn or he's dead. He can deal 6-7 to me, which is not enough. If he can give all his guys lifelink, I'm in some pretty big trouble. But even then, he has to do it at instant speed because that 4/4 Angel is going to need lifelink to do it. All right, well, we ended up getting it. My opponent played weird. I think he definitely should have slammed, dunked, gotten rid of that Shrine as soon as he dropped the seal. I don't know why he didn't. But yes, Shrine of Burning Rage. Hope you guys were impressed because that card is ridiculous. It was ridiculous during the time in New Phyrexia too. All the red decks played it. All right, we'll see you in round 2.